Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm starting to think the Flintstones had some major historical inaccuracies.
You don't say!
You know what I love more than anything? Wasting all these great questions on a single player.
Yeah.
And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
JFN, the Junk Food Network. Finally combining unhealthy food and television.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. Okie doke, this is really happening.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's start with, what a bunch of monarchy. If England put a true blue blood on the throne, what might you hear at the coronation? All hail King Koala, all hail Queen Octopus, all hail Queen Penguin, or all hail King Lobster?
Oh dear. What's the real answer?
Why didn't you pick
Lobster?
this? Lobsters have blood rich in copper, which makes it appear
either
blue.
octopus
So there would
or
be a
lobster.
lobster sitting on the throne of England. And most monarchs are so inbred, introducing lobster DNA can only help.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Coming up next, throwing voices around the world. And now for a visit from everybody's favorite dummy, Billy O'Brien. Billy O'Brien, everybody! Billy, get out here! I'm sleeping in here! Get out here or I'm canceling your subscription to Modern Bride magazine.
Let's get this over with, Dunny.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
You look a little stressed out, Billy.
Yeah, I could use a vacation.
Do you have a place in mind?
I don't know. I want to see the great landmarks. Maybe the Tyranids or Machu Picchu. Speaking of which, in what country is Machu
Oh,
Picchu?
dear.
Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, or Peru?
No idea, so...
You're Paraguay off. Next time, try this.
Brazil? No,
Machu
Peru.
Picchu is in South America in the country of Peru. It'll be a great vacation, but I'm not looking forward to that long flight.
Would you take a window or an aisle seat?
Neither. I'll go in the overhead compartment.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
I call this one, once you pop art, you can't stop art. And it's time to bid hello to a dis or dat.
About time.
I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's an auction house that deals fine art or a brand of potato chip. If it's an auction house, press the left arrow. If it's a potato chip, press the right arrow. Okay, let's move.
Go, go, go.
Vintners, Sotheby's, Miss Vicky's, Spurs,
Oh.
Christie's, Freeman's, Zapp's.
That was horrible.
And the starting bid for this monstrosity is a nickel.
Not even not that. Wow.
We actually did a silent auction for charity here in the office to see who would write the outro for this question. The winner was Ben Jacobs, one of our engineers. And he wrote, Chips, chips, hooray. And he misspelled hooray. Not super funny, Ben, but hey, it was all for charity.
I wonder how much that went for.
It's time for Paint by the Ones and Twos. What famous painting could have inspired the name of the band Cypress Hill? Salvador Dali's The Persistence of Memory, Grant Wood's American Gothic, Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, or George Seurat's A Sunday on La Grande.
Cypress, right?
In Vincent van Gogh's
Yep.
Starry Night, a large cypress tree is depicted prominently in the foreground, and some hills all around it. So it could have been the inspiration for the band name Cypress Hill. If Van Gogh were alive today, though, I don't think he'd be a big fan of Cypress Hill. Yeah, he wouldn't have an ear for their music. And now, personal ads are so 1847. Which personal ad would be best for a Jane Eyre type seeking a Mr. Rochester type? SWF seeking SWM? Now pay attention. In Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, Jane is a young single white female, and Mr. Rochester is revealed to be a MWM, a married white male.
Interesting.
But in Mr. Rochester's defense, he was a MWM BHWHGTCALLAFAIHA, which of course stands for married white male because his wife had gone totally crazy and lived like a feral animal in his attic. Or as he might say on Facebook, it's complicated. As far as I know, JFN doesn't stand for anything in personal ads. Jewish from Norway? No. But JFN does make fine products like this donut juicer from the Junk Food Network. Why chew a donut when you can drink one and burn far fewer calories? This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra 4,000. Congratulations.
I'm actually curious about what that would taste like.
That'll bring an end to our first round. And you've got a decent score there. Don't screw it up. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. Okay, how about it?
Help! I'll save you! 6!
Pucker up for you to bomb. But really, who's to bomb?
Oh dear.
The guy who wrote Alice in Wonderland, the lady who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, the guy who wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or the guy who wrote The Wonderful Wizard of Oz? The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was written by L. Frank Baum, B-A-U-M.
Nice!
Big deal. Had he been alive in the early 1900s, James Franco would have written it, produced it, directed it, anything you got. James Franco can't be stopped.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
This one's called, Hey, who invited the Crypt Kicker 5? If there were an Evite to attend the Monster Mash, then who, according to the song, must have RSVP'd with not attending? Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula, or Dracula's son?
Not attending. I have no idea. Well, I have to take a stab, I would say.
Honestly, I don't know who the Dracula's son is, but he was at the party. Here's what you meant to pick. In Bobby Pickett's classic song, the Wolfman, Dracula, and Dracula's son were in attendance at the Monster Mash, but Frankenstein was never mentioned. You can't really blame him for not inviting him. It's always the same thing. He gets drunk, hits on all of Dracula's brides, and then tries to bring the karaoke machine to life.
Follow me down to the sea.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Up next, Almost Dead Poet Society.
What?
Sorry, I figured it was far enough into the game for me to start drinking. If there were a retirement home inspired by Dylan Thomas's famous poem about his dying
What?
father, which activity would be on its daily schedule?
What?
Like this? Like this? Like this?
What?
Or like this?
That question is broken, so I don't
No.
even care that I got it wrong.
Were you thinking of this one? Yep, that's a harp on the label. Also, little known fact, a Guinness bottle is
Okay,
itself a
that
musical
question
instrument.
was completely broken.
So is a bunch of Guinness cans.
Someone fix that. Someone fix that. That's broken.
Why not try? I need my outer space.
It's the foot that choices into
This question is going to be right. Question.
Extra cash for a correct answer on this one. Put these planets in order from closest to Earth to farthest from Earth, on average. Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, or Venus, Jupiter, Mars.
Closest star to farthest away. I like to say...
Well, this isn't the stupidest wrong answer, but it is the second stupidest wrong answer.
Good to know.
Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Although sometimes Mars is closer to Earth than Venus, the majority of the time Venus is closest to Earth, followed by Mars and then Jupiter. So, women are from Venus, so they had the quickest trip to Earth, and men are from Mars, so they had to travel a little bit farther. And whatever gender came from Jupiter is probably still on its way here. Can't wait to find out what their genitals look like. Try this on for size. Selfie's choice. Ever since I got a smartphone, all I've been doing is taking pictures of myself looking cute. You know, taking a selfie. Oh, that's a good one. Suppose I can't stop looking at this selfie photo. If I have the same fate as Narcissus, what will happen to me? I'll become hideous, I'll get even sexier, I'll gain
wish that
superpowers,
second one
or
was-
I'll die.
The hideous one sounds most logical.
Ugh, I can't even look at this answer. Ready for this?
You'll
According
die.
to the myth, Narcissus was so transfixed with his own image in the water that he couldn't leave it and he died. Or possibly killed himself. Either way, he died there. Which sounds really morbid, but he was able to capture his final moments with a tasteful Instagram filter. Step right up to the Jack attack. Oh, you know all about the attack. Lovely. Here's your clue. Motherland Rock. What country does your band hail from? Good luck.
The Beatles! Oh dear. Wait, these are like England, I think. Let's find out. Boom, baby! So far, so good. You too. Ireland! So far, so good still. Never heard of this. Yes, Narnia is the right answer. New Zealand! That sounds like such a Cartoon Network. Oh, not US. Okay, never mind. Cartoon Network, man. Oh, we're hurting. Actually, I think it may have been Canada. Oh well. Next! I've also never heard of this one. Not Sweden. I think I've effectively canceled out all my points so far. United States of Tara. Whatever. I'm just not going to answer anymore, I think. Rocksylvania. What? Dear me. Nice. To be fair, that's like such a Russian-sounding band too.
That's all she wrote! Okay, it took a lot of doing, but I got my favorite band from the entire continent of Antarctica here. Welcome, gents.
We keep telling you, we're not musicians. We're scientists from a research base.
Yes, please release us.
Wow, no instruments, no distinguishable time signatures. You guys are truly experimental. I love it. Okay, now why don't you take us out with another song?
Help! Help us, somebody! Help us, somebody, please! Please help us!
I miss my children.
I miss my wife!
Classic.
We just wanted to do work! Please!
tomorrow.